what would your parting advice be for anyone who's building a business within a niche?
You have to take the time. I think that's the biggest thing. Take the time to understand who is in the niche, like what do they like. I didn't just come across like my first post, first content in the space of sports. Oh, it flopped. Some stuff still flops. And like if you don't post enough, if you're not at like listening enough, you have to develop that type of taste. It's very hard to figure like who's doing it well, figure that out and get to know them. Buster and I are friends because we were at the top of the game of in the niche of basketball theme pages. And I think that's what it takes is like you have to be willing to put yourself out there and to learn from the people that are crushing and then take that time every day. We haven't stopped doing this. I mean, I haven't stopped doing this for over a decade. I haven't changed what I've been doing like 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. or when sports are on and when growth is happening amongst creators and curators and in the content space. And so that type of dedication shouldn't, you'll know if you're truly interested because it won't feel like this type of work is a burden. Because to me, it's just like it's fun. I mean, I've always enjoyed just meeting people, DMing. Like the main growth strategy at the end of the day has been DMs. And I think until people don't really realize that, or it's very hard to conceptualize that, but it's ultimately just all a relationship game. And we're having relationships at scale. So if you want to build something in a niche, you just have to really get to know the people in that niche and care about them and figure out how to add to that conversation. And eventually, if you can build something, fortunately, we've been able to build something that has fueled the conversation, and I think fuel all of sports conversations long term. That's how you win. And if you can fuel it consistently and be able to add value to those people consistently, I mean, and figure out how to, obviously make money from that if that's something you want to do. It's all out there. I mean, it takes a lot of time, but you have to, if you care about it, if it's an interest, that's where that passion comes from. So yeah, that's my parting advice is it'll take time, but if you truly care about it and you can commit daily to it and just keep in getting to know the people in the space and just genuinely care about what you're doing, it'll come, it'll flow. And might not flow on day 100, might not flow on day 365, but on that 420th day, it'll bang. And I think that's why you do it every day because you don't know when, and you shouldn't just hope it comes the first 5 days because it won't. If
Totally.
it does, like you don't want that.
And
Um,
that can often be true on the monetization front too. Like trying to make money too early can often mess things up. Like even with, my first company, Hoops Nation, like I didn't make any money for the first 45 years. Like that was never a thought, even honestly. It was just about building the community.
plus
Uh,
we didn't. I mean, I luckily we didn't have to as much to put food on the table with.
oh yeah, because we were
We were so
15.
young. Yeah, this is why like if you're 15 or whatever, 14 or 16 or even 18, you're in college, like you have free time, like this is the time to kind of dive into like your interests, figure it out.
There's no better time to do it because as you get older, there's the responsibilities stack and your time shrinks, and uh, those two things are not very conducive to taking high risks. So
A lot of opportunity costs.
if you're in the position to take a risk, take the risk.
100%.
You're the best. Everybody, if you're not on Reel yet, go check it out. You can learn a lot from it and also from, the Reel's social pages, just everything that John's been talking about throughout this. It's all public. You can go look at it yourself. Uh, study
Growing
it.
quickly.
Yeah, growing and changing quickly. We love it. So catch you guys next.
Almost at that 500,000 monthly. That's the next milestone. We're almost there.
Well, hopefully when you look back on this, it looks tiny.
Amazing. I
All
hope
right,
so.
everybody. See you
It's
next
great.
time.